And now for our next news special report.
In this special report, we're going to delve into a battle that's shaking the very foundations of our republic. Imagine a former president, a titan of American business, facing what some are calling the financial death penalty, a staggering $370 million. That's the reality for Donald Trump as New York Attorney General Letitia James ramps up her legal assault. But Trump isn't just standing by, he's fired back with the ferocity of a cornered lion, denouncing this as a blatant witch hunt by the DOJ. What's at stake here isn't just millions of dollars, but the very principles of justice and fairness in our nation. This isn't just another lawsuit. It's a showdown with far-reaching implications for everyone watching. So stay with us because you don't want to miss the explosive details in my final thought on why this matters to every American. And before we dive into this unprecedented legal battle involving former President Trump, a quick reminder about what fuels our hard-hitting reports. Just like how Trump is searching for justice in a seemingly never-ending legal quagmire, we're all on a quest for the elusive secret to youth and vitality. Our sponsor has something that might just be the next best thing to a miracle pill for anti-aging. It's a special type of collagen, proven more effective than many store-bought anti-aging products. Tens of thousands swear by it for maintaining skin elasticity and promoting a youthful look. Get 53% off and additional bonuses at healthwithgary.com. The link's in the description. Don't miss out, just like you shouldn't miss the details of this explosive story. Now, in a move that's sending shockwaves through the corridors of power in the streets of Main Street America, New York's Attorney General Letitia James is taking unprecedented legal action against former President Trump. The stakes? A mind-boggling $370 million just announced. Now, this isn't just a lawsuit, it's a seismic event with the potential to change the landscape of American politics and business. James' legal maneuver marks a significant escalation from the original $250 million sought in her civil fraud lawsuit against Trump and his co-defendants. This dramatic increase, according to James, is due to new evidence that surfaced. In her words, the myriad of deceptive schemes employed by Trump to inflate asset values are so brazen that they belie innocent explanation. The judge presiding over the case, Arthur Engoron, has already indicated that Trump could be held liable for defrauding banks and insurers by inflating the value of his assets. Let's take a look at how CNN decided to spin this.
And the Attorney General's team is now saying that they are seeking more than $370 million. When they sued Donald Trump, they initially sought $250 million. So they're significantly increasing the amount of money that they want to recover. And that's all that they say were improper gains that Trump had received. And they prove this, they allege, through the evidence presented at the trial. Now, in addition to seeking to bar the former president from serving in a business in New York for life, they're also seeking a 5-year ban on his sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. And what the Attorney General's office argues is that their intent to defraud was inescapable. They say that the myriad deceptive schemes they employed to inflate asset values and conceal facts were so outrageous that they belie innocent explanations. Now, Trump's team has argued that their financial statements were accurate, that there's no evidence presented in this case that the bank would have given them different interest rate terms had they gotten different financial statements, or the values that the Attorney General's office argues were the accurate values. You know, the judge has already ruled in this case in a summary judgment motion that the financial statements were persistent and fraudulent. And the issue now for him is to decide how much money the Trumps would have to pay and whether there is a ban. But there are also 6 other claims that the Attorney General's office is pursuing, and that's why it went to trial. That's a conspiracy claim, insurance fraud, falsifying business records, and issuing false financial statements. That is up for the judge to decide. Now, Trump's team, again, arguing that there was no intent to defraud here either. You know, depending on how this plays out, you know, the judge had issued a scathing opinion just a few weeks ago rejecting Trump's argument for a directed verdict, in which he rejected a lot of their testimony and a lot of their legal arguments.
She's trying to hold back a smile there, isn't she? Now, this isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about the integrity of the American financial system, the rule of law, and the concept of accountability. Engoron's decision to cancel Trump's business certificates in New York further underscore the gravity of the situation. Trump's empire, once a symbol of American business acumen, now stands on the precarious legal ground. And Trump's legal team, however, is not taking this lying down. They've countered, arguing that James' allegations are beyond the statute of limitations. According to them, there's no concrete evidence that the terms or pricing of the loans in question would have been different without the alleged misstatements. They highlight the lack of testimony from bank or witnesses to support James' claims. This is a critical point because in the American justice system, evidence is king. And Trump's response on Truth Social was fiery and unyielding. He vehemently denies wrongdoing, asserting his financial statements are not only accurate but very conservative. Trump accuses James of running a politically motivated campaign against him, a DOJ witch hunt, as he calls it. He points to the valuation of Mar-a-Lago and the absence of a jury trial as evidence of this bias. In a follow-up post, he highlights the contrast between the prosecution's focus on him and the rampant issues of murder and violent crime in New York. He paints a picture of a state in decline, with businesses and people fleeing, while he, with no victims, no crime, great financial statement, faces legal prosecution. Now, this case is more than a legal squabble. It's a microcosm of the larger political drama playing out in America. It pits a controversial but undeniably impactful former president against a legal system that some argue is being weaponized for political purposes. Now, the question is, are we witnessing a legitimate legal process, or is this an example of the justice system being used as a tool for political retribution? It's important to remember that in our republic, the justice system is designed to be blind to politics. The law is supposed to be equally applied to everyone, regardless of their status. This case tests that principle to its core. Is Trump being targeted because of his political stature and the threat he poses to the status quo, or is this a straightforward case of legal accountability? Let's not forget, Trump is no stranger to legal battles and has shown a Teflon-like ability to emerge unscathed from past controversies. But this time, the stakes are higher than ever. We're talking about a sum that could cripple even the most robust financial empire. It's not just about the money. It's about the potential barring of Trump from doing business in New York, a state central to his business interests. Now, this legal saga also has significant political implications. Trump remains a towering figure in American politics with a large and devoted following. How this case unfolds could impact not just Trump's business endeavors, but also his political capital. In a time when our nation is deeply divided, the outcome of this case could either bridge or widen the chasm. But let's step back just for a moment. This isn't just about Trump or James. It's about you, the American viewer. It's about the precedent that this case sets and the message it sends to the business world and the political arena. It's a test of our judicial system's impartiality and our country's commitment to the rule of law. As we continue to monitor this unfolding drama, remember just one thing. The implications of this case go far beyond the confines of a courtroom. They touch on the very essence of our republic, fairness, justice, and the rule of law. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. Now stick around because my final thought on this matter is coming up right now. As we witness this legal spectacle unfold, it's clear that Attorney General Letitia James' request isn't just a lawsuit. It's a financial death penalty for Trump. This isn't just about justice. It's a calculated political game, a transparent attempt to annihilate a political adversary as the 2024 election heats up. The left strategy is blatant. If you can't beat him at the polls, bury him in the courts. But this goes beyond Trump. It's an attack on the very ideals that make our republic great: fairness, due process, and the rule of law. When political vendettas drive legal actions, justice is the first casualty. We must see this for what it is: a dangerous precedent that threatens not just one man, but the integrity of our judicial system and, by extension, the future of America itself. This isn't just about Trump. It's about protecting the core values of our nation.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.